morning, everyone.
Good morning.
We're going to wait just another minute to have a couple others join us. We've got a large crowd today, which is really exciting.
So yeah, usually they're in there a couple minutes early. Okay, now it's working. Because before it was telling me to sign into OmniSoft thing, and it's like, what? Yeah.
Okay, to be mindful of everybody's time, we're going to go on and get started. We've got a lot of information to cover today. So I'm going to go over a little bit of housekeeping, and then we'll go ahead and get started. So welcome everybody to the convention walkthrough. My name is Jessica Vasher. I'm the manager of the Community Engagement Department, and I'm going to spend just a little bit of time introducing my staff. I'm Leandra Bryan. She's our senior community engagement specialist. She's giving a little wave there. Then we have Kristen Reed. She's our community engagement specialist. And then as well, we also have CEO and President Todd Warner on today, and two of our board members, Bethany Fig and Bill Tuttamore. So welcome everybody. Just a quick couple housekeepings. I'd love it if you guys got familiar with your chat icon. We did go ahead and mute everybody today just to make sure that the presentation runs smooth. And at the end, we'll go ahead and answer any of those questions. So be sure to use the chat whenever you think about them. Send them out there. If I notice it, I'll try to answer it when appropriate. But if not, we'll have all of those questions answered at the end. We'll also go ahead and open up for Q&A as well if you'd rather ask your question verbally. The other thing I'd like you to get familiar with, if you do plan on speaking at the end, is that raise hand icon. You're going to want to click that, and it's going to let me know who is next in line to talk so that I can call on you appropriately. And last but not least, if your video is choppy and you're having a poor streaming experience and your camera's on, I recommend that you turn your camera off, and that'll help increase your bandwidth and hopefully will make your viewing experience a little bit more. And just a note, we are recording the session. We plan to share it with all of the individuals here in the next coming week so that Arbor members who were unable to make it today will be able to view it at their leisure. All right, so now let's dive in. I'm going to go ahead and turn my camera off, and then we got a little presentation for you today, and hopefully we don't have any hiccups. So let's get started. Questions we're hearing a lot is, whoops, oh my goodness, bear with me, first time. One of the questions we're getting a lot is, what is the purpose of convention? And over the years, one of the common things we've heard from all the members in attendance is the one thing they really enjoyed out of a few good things, but the biggest thing that we heard was that they loved being able to connect with Arbor members over the weekend and talk Arbor shop. They loved the opportunity to learn what others are doing. And while sitting down to plan this Arbor celebration, we knew we wanted to maximize the time that Arbor members We wanted to maximize the time for Arbor members to collaborate and mingle, while also bringing an educational component to the weekend. We recently sent out a survey that asked our Arbor members for their input on content for the weekend, and what we really want you to fill that out, because we want to make sure that this weekend is really about you and all the things that we can help answer and navigate through the challenges and all of that. So be sure if you received that Arbor survey that you fill it out, because we want this weekend to be full of information that you're going to be able to take back to your Arbor members and share to help build a stronger foundation. But with that in mind, we still want to have fun. So the purpose of this convention this year, and the mission, I'm going to go ahead and read it, is to foster meaningful connections among our Arbor members, providing opportunities to learn, grow, and build relationships. This event is designed to encourage open and candid conversations that will enhance the morale and strengthen our Arbors by sharing ideas and experiences while honoring the great things that you continue to do in your communities. Now let's go ahead and dive into the weekend. So we're going to start Friday with registration. The weekend, for those who have attended in the years past, is structurally going to be the same. So for all of you returning attendees, the weekend should feel very familiar with just a few little enhancements. For the new attendees, we look forward to welcoming you to your first convention. Specific times will be expressed during our confirmation for those who are registered, but for now, know that hotel rooms will be available after 4 p.m. on Friday. Gleaner's registration will start at 1. We will start with the opportunity to use valet for your arrival, or we will help direct you to the parking garage. If you need help with your luggage, we encourage that you head to valet and unload before parking. Should you wish to, or we encourage you to head to valet and unload should you wish to self-park. This is just going to be easier. It's a little bit of a walk, not too far from the parking garage to get into the convention space or into the hotel. So we would really encourage that you valet. That is something that we will cover the cost of. We did get a nice discount for that opportunity. So please be sure to take advantage of that. But if not, if you'd like to self-park, we'll be sure to walk you through it. When you arrive, someone will greet you to assist you with your charity drop-off and your auction items. We've had a few questions about charity auction items, and we really want to encourage themed baskets this year. After documenting all of the donated items over the past couple of conventions, we're finding that baskets filled with items are the most popular for bidding. So what I mean by that is some themed basket, and it could be anything. You could do a spa theme. You could fill it with face masks, lotions, those little roller things that people love to roll on their face to help us make us look more youthful, or a date night. Maybe you fill it with registration, with restaurant gift cards and snacks, or a movie gift card, or maybe tailgating. Sports themed baskets, state made items. I know that's one of my favorites. I love all the things that Michigan is known for, and I'm sure other states have that as well. So it's a great opportunity to share a little bit love about your state with those who are not familiar with it. But we're really encouraging those baskets. Like I said, they are the most popular items when people are bidding. If you need more ideas, I recommend Pinterest is a really great opportunity. You could search basket raffle ideas on there and you should get a plethora of information. Or we do have an in-house specialist on creating baskets. Kristen is amazing, and I'm sure if you had an idea or maybe you needed an idea, just give us a call here and any one of us can try to help walk you through that. But if you're planning to bring a silent auction item, we would really encourage that you do baskets. Now we're also doing the Benny's auction, and what goes really well in the Benny's box auction is those gift cards where people can put those little tickets in a box to try to win. So if you want to do gift cards, that's where those items are going to go, but baskets will go to that silent auction. Now, just because we're encouraging it doesn't mean that you can't bring something else. One of the items I think is most memorable for a lot of us was in Belterra 2021 were the cornhole Gleanerized boards. Those were really, really popular. So items like that are good, but if you need an idea, we really encourage a themed basket. So you're going to start with registration, going to drop off your charity information or your charity tote or your silent auction gift. Someone's going to help take that to the appropriate location. And then we're going to also have a president's welcome and a board meet and greet. You'll be able to talk one-on-one with Todd Warner, our CEO and president, as well as every member of the Gleaner Life Board of Directors. This will be the first time at convention that we're going to be having all of those members available. Years past, it's typically just been those that are up for election, or those who are running, but that is not going to be happening. It's just going to be every single board member. Well, you'll have the opportunity to have a one-on-one conversation with them in a candid and welcoming atmosphere. Dinner will be on a flow basis, so you can fuel up before the evening festivities. After sitting in the hotel tasting, I don't expect the food to be disappointing. It's going to probably be amazing because the food that I was served was delicious. And of course, when Gleaners meet, Gleaners eat. So we would expect it to be nothing less. Now, for those who have attended before, Friday is going to feel a little bit different, and we're excited about that. So for Friday night, we're calling it Friday Night Fraternal, and it has a special twist. Gear up in your favorite sports memorabilia or jerseys and prepare to collaborate. We will kick off the night honoring the Fraternal Agent and Fraternalist of the Year, and after a short presentation and welcome, we will open the floor for the entertainment portion of the evening. This year, we are going to have an evening planned of fun, giving back, and connection building. We will have conversation tables that will allow members to huddle up around the topic they wish and to discuss, and challenges or successes arbors are facing will be shared. We hope that this is an opportunity for you to inspire each other and learn more information that you can take back with you to when the weekend is over. We want to learn. If you want to learn all the information, we would encourage you to jump around to all the tables. Like I said, we're going to have conversation starters, and those are going to be based off of a survey that we sent out. So if you've got that survey, again, be sure to fill it out. It's really going to help guide what we need to share at the weekend, whether it's how do I plan events? How can I be more active on social media? I'm looking to grow my arbor. We're really going to try to pinpoint some really key points, and we want to make sure that arbors are sharing what works with them and what doesn't work, so that you can all feel like you're sharing in your growth, and there are opportunities for you to learn maybe some new tips that you weren't aware of. We will also have a few other fun parts of the evening. We're going to have a self-guided photo booth. We're still working out what that's going to look like, but we'll have props so that you can take away a championship selfie as a keepsake for the weekend. We will also be welcoming back our photographer, Lester. So we're hoping that he can stage there a little bit for most of the evening so that you guys can get your arbor photos and just have a fun memorabilia for you to take back. We also don't want to not give back. So we, of course, have our charity silent auction where that money is going to go to a local foundation, and our treasure totes, which will be for the organizations and the wish lists that you guys are purchasing items and bringing. But we also want to do a hands-on event, and we're still working through that, but we're hoping that we can have that fellowship and inspiration and engagement while you're feeling some sort of need at the hands-on event. And we're just really hoping that this is a great foundation to kick off the weekend. Dress code again, we want you to wear your favorite sports memorabilia or jersey. It's really going to be a Friday night fraternal, kind of with a heavy sports theme. So huddle up and let's go ahead and get started. Then we're going to move into Saturday. We're going to want you to kick off with your breakfast so that you're at a peak state for the state of the society. This is where leadership and external stakeholders will be giving an update on all the things Gleaner Life, as well as fraternal organization as a whole. We are excited to welcome back Allison Coppell from the American Fraternal Alliance to share some of her fraternal knowledge about the sector and how we can all do our part. Depending on how long the state of the society takes, we'll send you off for some free time before lunch is served a la carte. Enjoy your box lunch and bring it to the next event, which we're all really excited about, Saturday Synergy. Saturday Synergy is an essential seminar. This essential seminar is a must attend for all Arbor members looking to grow, strengthen, and overcome challenges together. Led by the community engagement team, this session will provide crucial insights, strategies, and solutions to address the biggest hurdles you're facing today. Be sure to grab a seat and take advantage of this valuable opportunity to gain knowledge, share experiences, and bring actionable ideas back to your group. This is where we are asking members to fill out the survey again so that we can gear this presentation to what is most valuable to you. We want to make sure that it is what you need, It will consist of a presentation with an open Q&A at the end so that we can all collaborate and learn together. So we're really hoping that Arbors are going to share their experiences on the topics that we address. After this, you'll enjoy some free time or one of the tour choices that we have to offer, or perhaps you want to catch a big football game that day. I have heard a rumor that it is a big Michigan blue and green playoff or kickoff game, and so we'll be sure that we're streaming those in the hospitality room. But as you can see, we also have candle making, charcuterie board class, beer and app tasting on your own, and also shopping district. The Kalamazoo Radisson is embedded right in a really rich shopping district. And if the weather is hopefully decent, you'll be able to walk around and see all of those on your own time. And we're also bringing back bingo. I know Kristen's excited about that. Be sure to check out a preview of the band during the president's reception and chat with Todd Warner before dinner and before you head to your banquet. We will have a small presentation with the food after the food before we kick off dancing the night away with the Blue Water Kings Band. This is a local band to Grand Rapids, and you can Google them. Their website's really great. They are an 8-piece band with vocals, and we're just really excited to have them this weekend. Dress code, we'll be sure to continue to convey this during confirmations, but the dress code's going to be casual during the day with a business casual for the evening. But also we want to encourage dancing, so make sure that you wear your dancing shoes that are most comfortable. Grab some breakfast one more time and maybe a few tissues and join us at our final ceremony. Sunday for me and my team is the favorite part of our weekend, and it's not because it's the end of our event. No, we absolutely love the Afterglow program, where we get to learn about the charities you all gifted with your treasure totes and the lives that will be touched from them. We also award the charity auction recipient with the money raised during the silent auction, and tears have been known to flow as we listen to the charities and how they benefit and impact the lives with your generosity. We'll also take a moment to honor all of our loving members who have passed since the 2021 convention. After the Afterglow, we ask those that are willing to help pack the charities up, grab your silent auction items, and then hit the road by 11. The weekend hopefully will leave you with a renewed sense of pride for the great things arbors are doing, some ideas to take back to your group. And I know that we are always so proud of the things that you are doing, and hopefully you will have an opportunity to share that. We hope that this weekend continues to touch you in all the different ways with all of the good things that we are doing. Some of the few questions we've received here that I didn't address prior were pricing. So representatives are going to be covered just as they were in the past, as long as they are voted and approved by the Arbor. Guests attending with representatives will be $200 each when you're sharing a room, and rooms can hold up to 4. Unfortunately, we will not be offering a motor coach this year, and registration will open July 1st. Before I open it up for Q&A, I do want to take a moment to thank my team, not only for being absolute rock stars, but for taking ownership of this event and being the creative force behind the scenes. We recognize the past couple of years have brought a lot of change, and together we have navigated all that it brings. We have navigated it all to bring this event to you with purpose and passion. Our goal as a department is to do whatever it takes to ensure that you have what you need to be successful. We also understand that change can be challenging. This new convention format is not only for you, it's new for us. In fact, for one of our team members, this is their very first time planning and attending. Please know that we've put our hearts into shaping this experience around the feedback and needs we've heard from you. And we hope we can all view this as a shared growth opportunity. And through this endeavor, we learn how this event can continue to evolve in the future. We're truly looking forward to reconnecting with a purpose in October at the Radisson Hotel in Kalamazoo, Michigan. With that, I apologize if I spoke too fast, but that is the end of the presentation on my end. I'm going to go ahead and turn my camera back on. And then, Leandra, are there any questions?
Looks like Todd would like to say something.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks, Jessica and Kristen and Leandra. I would echo Jessica's commendations to her staff, but also to Jessica's, is they put a lot of time and passion into this new format. Our ultimate goal is really to make this a celebration of what you do in your arbors for your communities. The past few conventions have certainly held some contentious moments. In giving, we will not have a specific dedicated business meeting like we've done in the past, because the elections are now taking place via ballot. Those types of things won't be covered. We're hoping that the state of the society address will give you updates on what we're doing, to kind of fill in some of the blanks from prior board meeting or prior conventions where the president, the board of directors, chairman of the board, chairperson of the board did provide some updates on the state of the society. We want to dive a little bit deeper into that. So we're really looking for a fun weekend, a time to celebrate what you do, and a time to celebrate really what Gleaners is all about. Celebrate our mission, celebrate our communities, and celebrate each other, because we're all going to be learning things at the convention that different arbors do, in sharing ideas and thoughts and in creativity. So I'm really looking forward to this. I think it's going to be a great time. And not that I want the summer to be over, but I can't wait to get to convention.
Thanks, Todd. So we had a question about the best airport. Kalamazoo is about 2 hours from Detroit Airport. So that's probably going to be the most financially satisfying airport to fly into. I do know there is an airport in Grand Rapids, I believe, which is about, I'm trying to remember, about an hour closer to Kalamazoo, but the best one would probably be Detroit, but I'm happy to look into that if you'd like something closer. Would anybody else have any other questions or want me to clarify? Like I said, I know I went a little fast. I'm happy to do that for anybody today. All right, we've got somebody raising their hand. I'll go ahead and Bill, go ahead and unmute and you can ask your question.
A quick one. I didn't catch what the dress code is going to be for on Saturday.
Saturday, that'll all be conveyed in the morning. I think it's going to be a little bit different for leadership versus the Arbor member attendees. So I'll convey all of that for you, Bill, when I send out the board of directors confirmations. Casual for the morning for Arbor attendees, and then the evening is business casual, knowing that you are potentially going to be dancing the night away. So wear your comfy shoes.
Can I also make just one other comment, and that's we certainly appreciate and thank everybody that's voted in this year's election. And of course, elections are still going on through the end of the month. And if you know somebody or you yourself have not voted, please cast your vote. All votes are important. Thank you.
All right, we've got a question here from Dale. If you wanted to have an additional officer to attend our Arbor, the cost would be just $200. Unfortunately, no, that's just the guest cost to an attendee. If somebody wanted to attend on their own and not as a representative, the single price is $500. Now that does pay for the portion of the hotel room and then of course your food, your entertainment, and your tours that we are offering this year. So single would be $500, a double would be $700.
Real quick to piggyback off of that with Jessica's comment, if your officer wanted to stay in a room with one of your elected representatives, then yes, it would be $200. If you wanted them to have a room on their own is when your single cost would come into play. So it just kind of depends on how you want to do the rooming situation.
Thank you, Leandra. All right. And we got a couple people typing. Thank you, Luke, for your great comment. So during the convention, can you explain how the hours are reported on the reporting form of hours worked, planned, and Arbor and hours work? I don't know if this is in particular to like the charity auction items or the convention totes that you're bringing for the charities, or if it's a volunteer question more than that. But technically, I guess if you guys had a meeting as an Arbor that day, you could count your accent out or your hours. But typically, Arbors aren't creating meetings from the convention. But if you had one on site, you could count your hours.
I think maybe her question is broader than that, Jessica, that is part of the education session to go into a little bit deeper dive about how they count hours.
Oh, yes. We can look at adding that in there. Great catch. All right, let's see. We've got a couple more. everybody know what a charcuterie board is? That's probably where you're going to find me. I want to learn how to make pepperoni roses. So that's the tour I'm looking forward to. Okay. Thank you, Sue. There is a small airport in Kalamazoo as well. And maybe there's a shuttle service from that. I'm not sure, but we could definitely look into it if needed. But I believe you guys are renting a car. I would be worried about a small airport if what the car rental opportunities would be if you guys needed one. Oh, Patricia is good at charcuterie. Good to know. Righty. Anybody else? If you think of anything after this webinar has ended, please send us an email at the community engagement inbox. We'd be happy to answer it. Like I stated, this weekend should feel very familiar for those who have attended. It's going to flow the same way as far as when the silent auctions open, when the tours are. You know, the Saturday's built pretty much the same, like Todd said. It's just not going to have that business meeting. It's just more going to be of a state of the society and an update from Allison Coppell in regards to the fraternal sector. And it should feel familiar, I guess is what I'd like to say. So just adding a few more things in to hopefully help you take away ideas for your arbors, help solve maybe some roadblocks that you're experiencing, and anything that we can do to help support you, of course, not just for this weekend, but up to that weekend. If you have questions about your arbor or anything, we're here to help. We love solving problems, so be sure to let us know anything that we can assist with. And I think with that, I'm not seeing any other questions. I'm not seeing any more raised hands. I'll go ahead and we'll say adios. And if you have anything else, just let us know.